Hello everyone, this is wolfwire Studios and it's been quite a while. It's been really a long time since I created the last devlog and here I am with a massive update. I would like to call it a massive update. And let me just quickly show you guys what all I was doing here. So I just made this asset, which is a repeatable asset. If you guys remember from my older devlogs, there is this repeatable blueprint that you can use to create multiple assets. So I use those and I align them in this format. Now I have a boundary for my pattern, and basically half of this boundary, I mean, half of this stuff will be grass, other half will be maybe cobblestone concrete. So, I can have the masking on my landscape. Yes, I haven't created the landscape right now. I will soon. Just a quick, like recap, guys. I was busy with a lot of interviews. I was busy with some, college work and all, and I was busy with a lot of stuff. And I was not able to give enough time to my game. I was just, occupied, but now I'm free. Don't worry. Again, I'm back on track and full focus to Wolfire Studios and to this game. And yes, devlogs will be more frequent now, more than ever. So I hope you guys remember this part. I created some iron stations, the gardener's room, if you guys remember clearly, which looks very dirty. You should clean in gardener. Anyways, um, yeah, that's all. These iron stands and then shields, if you guys remember, and also this pool that I made with this again border marking here. So I opened a Blender in the upcoming days, basically the next few days after I finished with this. I opened a Blender and I started making the consulate. And other than that, if you follow me on Twitter, you do know I'm active around there and I was, posting stuff and all. So yeah, this was the last thing that I posted, I remember. So I went to Blender and I used this as an inspiration. This is the consulate, and you can Google search about the special mission compound or the consulate of Benghazi, and you will get such images. These are the top-down satellite images, but you will get the actual references images created by, sorry, captured by multiple photographers and all. So this was the top reference that I had with me. I used this, and I used all of the references that were publicly available around the news sites and everywhere else. Okay, and I used them and I created this consulate to the best of my knowledge. Of course, I cannot replicate it if I don't visit it personally. And also, guys, this satellite image is like very old. Okay, I have seen the latest satellite images as well, and it has been recreated. These two buildings don't exist. This whole plot has been sold to someone else. Only this part exists, and it's also in ruins, hasn't been cleaned or renovated or anything. So this is all what I have. Okay, I need to recreate a piece of history. So I just did what I could, and here is your consulate, as you can see. It may not look, it may not look super dope or something, but it looks fine, according to me. I mean, I really followed the references as close as I can. I gave it the pool. I have some tiles around the pool for, safety measures and all. This texture looks awkward. Is it just me? Yeah, it is because of that reflection. Anyways, this is the small house, the pool room house, I call it, which is, as you can see here, this small thing. As you can see, it is missing some of the details here. See this part or maybe this part, it is missing that. But I just wanted to get the basic stuff done. I can add, such intonations. Sorry for my throat. I can add such details later down the line, no issues. This is the main consulate. I know the dome here is concrete, but I wanted to give it a touch. So I gave the dome a golden strip, and this is the interior of my consulate, as you can see here. Let lumen kick in and get some reflections, and here we are, as you can see. I mean, may not look, super realistic, but you'll have to admit it looks gorgeous, right? It looks good. I mean, Unreal Engine 5 in its full potential with Lumen is perfect. See, this is one hell of a sight to look at. I gave the front doors a red color because why not? I love red and it looks, used and dirty because the whole concept of a consulate is that it was a makeshift consulate, okay? It was like a palace or a big house owned by someone else, a wealthy Arabic family, and they left it. So it was up for grabs and US government took it. The same story is with the annex. So, and I gave the back doors a brown color with a brown plywood. This is the dome, and let's just look at it from the outside. This is the front entrance with the marble stairs. They are shiny, as you can see, with the reflection. See, same as with the back stairs, as you can see, a bit shiny, yeah, with a tinge of dirt. And that's pretty much it, guys. Honestly, I can just play it for you guys and show you how it looks. And that's all. Also, just like an insight tip, since I'm already making this devlog, I would like to share some stuff with you guys that took place while I was making this. Initially, I did the stupidest thing any 3D artist can do, and I created separate textures, separate, sorry, materials for every object you see. This front entrance was different, this stairs was different, this metal ring was different, this honeycomb pattern was different, everything was different. But then I decided, okay, I shouldn't be a stupid guy. And I learned from some previous lessons and I made one single texture for this whole consulate. The only exclusions I have here is this metal frame, as you can see, guys, here, this one. And why have I made this metal frame as a separate object here? Because in the sequence that I have written down for my game in the narrative, there is this thing that the diplomatic security agents, they just burst out of the window, they burst out of the big window, and because of the smoke and everything, so they want, that clear space. And this exactly was the spot, if I'm not wrong, where they burst out. So I created this particular window as a separate object, this, sorry, metal frame. And, I can use chaos physics and I can show the window frame, like, or maybe the glass, like totally destroying and something, so that it looks more dramatic in the cinematic sequence. I know it sounds like an ambition thing, but trust me, it is what it is. And yeah, let me just quickly show you guys the insight from the first person perspective. And yeah, you may remember from the previous devlogs, press F to open. And I know the door frame is tall, but like from what I have studied, that Middle Eastern architecture used to have tall gates. Okay. I mean, it was their way of designing things. I mean, if you are around 5 feet, or like as an army operator, you must be 6 feet. So the door frame or the door itself used to be around 8 feet or so. And this practically looks like that. I mean, it looks like 9, but given how tall this Unreal Engine character is, I'll go with that. As you can see, this is a tile, marble tile, Kashmiri granite tile that I'm using here, and all of these windows. And this plaster is actually, having some textures on it. It may not be visible properly, yeah, but it is visible. I mean, trust me, guys, it's not visible, but there is texture on this wall. It's because of this lighting, it's not visible right now, but it is actually. And yeah, this is the pool. This is the tile. This is the pool. This is the pool water. As you can see, yes, I can go in. There isn't any volume inside the pool right now, but I've added that plane with the pool texture that I made, the pool material. Okay. And as you can see, it reflects and it refracts. Of course, I can go in and it looks so deep, right? But actually, it isn't deep. I mean, it really isn't. I'll show you guys now. And this is the pool room and the two doors here we have. This is a separate room. This is a, excuse me, this is a separate room, yeah. And I know, guys, it looks, well, I mean, it looks bland, it looks, very plain and boring. But trust me, when I'll have all of the props that I want to place here, like, maybe AC units and like pipes, wires, and everything, like small props that doesn't matter, flower pots, some grass that maybe is growing here and there, on like right on the concrete, the grass that is growing. So if I add all of that stuff, I know it's going to be, like really, it's going to equate everything that we know. Okay. And yeah, that's all, guys. Let me just quickly show you guys the pool here. As you can see, if I go down this, I mean, it isn't as deep as it looks, but because of this refraction, it looks, deeper, which is fine, I guess. Yeah. Anyways, guys, that's all. Yeah, it must be a short devlog. It has to be, given I haven't done anything else right now. These are all the assets, as you can see. This is the asset for my consulate. The glasses here, as you can see, the glass pieces are all separate. And I just need to break one of these. I can have a duplicate, no issues. Okay. And as I told you guys before, the metal frame, one of the metal frame, as you can see, the location is correct. It is a separate object here. And that's pretty much it. Okay. If you guys are wondering, like, it is not a lesson per se, but if you guys are wondering, how to go on with such big stuff, if you are texturing them well, you can see this is the UV. It's not optimized. Why? Because I forgot to separate the objects. So one of the metal frame is here, and sorry, the honeycombs. Also, the door, basically the doors are all here. The doors and door frames are all here. But since they are a separate object, I mean, they are not on this UV. They should be technically, but they are not on this UV. Also, I separated the dome, okay, the glass dome, so it's not here. I also separated the glass window, so they are also not here. That's why the empty space. Otherwise, the UV is pretty tightly packed, and like, it is looking good. Given how much stuff there is, I really had to, like, give equal space to everything. It's not looking super realistic in terms of PBR texturing, but it is looking fine if you ask me. I mean, it will do the job with like the perfect match of lighting and the perfect match of, post-processing effects and everything. I know it's gonna look good. Also, a small quick tip, if you are creating custom collision here, let's just quickly see it. As you can see, simple collision. I mean, it is a single object, right? So I had to manually add collision. Yes, I did this convex decomposition. I did this. It was horrible. It was not perfect. Everything, these arches and these, this door frame was being blocked because of this convex decomposition. Basically, for that more accurate, result, I need even more. Like, this goes to 4, but I guess this goes to 32 and this goes to 96. I need more than that for, more precision, but it's okay. I created everything manually. As you can see, all of the collisions are set up here manually. But there is a chance you may get confused if you're handling all sorts of collisions here. So what I recommend is just go to lit here, this workspace view mode, and go to player collision. So what happens is, as you can see, your textures are still visible here in the unlit mode. As you can see, it is visible, right? See, but the pink volume suggests the collision space. Okay. So you know that you have covered everything if you have it, in pink, which I have. So I know that, yes, it is using collision, as you can see here, or as you can see here, it is properly using collision. So this is a tip I will recommend if you guys are setting custom collisions. Okay. And that's pretty much it, guys. Next up, I guess I'll have to do you probably maybe something, like procedurally. I may have to learn what do we call it? Houdini. Yeah. So from side effects, I'll have to learn Houdini and create this world, or I can use Buildify and Blender OSM OpenStreetMap data so that I can create it if it is available for this area in Benghazi. As you can see, this is very difficult to come by. I don't think so. The latest data is available. It's okay. If it works, it works, and I can work with it. No issues. So yeah, that's all, guys. That's pretty much it. Again, next up is making the tactical operations center and making the cantina, and also making the Feb 17 barrack and a custom wall for this. These walls are not gonna do it, chief. This ain't it. I want a new wall and I will make it. And then I'll create the entrance, the archway entrance. There was this entrance that we have. Okay, yeah. So as you can see, I was searching the uh, consulate in Benghazi, and this came out, my ArtStation post on Google. I am a bit surprised, but it's okay. As you can see here, I hope that brings up, I'm trying to show you. As you can see, guys, this is the pool, this is the consulate from this side. There are a lot more windows here, a lot more, doors and windows, but yeah, it's an adaptation. Okay, I'm not copying them one on one. It's an adaptation. I can, have some creative control. Same as with this house. As you can see, there is this archway here that is covering these two doors, and I'll create it later on, or I may not even create it. It's not necessary, right? This, as you can see, guys, this is the front door. This is the wall, the stone wall they had, and this is the archway, the entrance. This, or I should say, this is the entrance for the consulate, the front gate, I remember. And I'll have to create this here. I'll have to create this here. Then there has to be a back gate here, and the again stone wall, and that's all. After all of this stuff, consulate will be done. Then after that, I can either create the landscape first and then maybe move on with procedural world generation, or vice versa, whatever suits me. And after that, guys, I'm really moving on to some serious stuff. Let me just quickly show you my Trello board here. as you can see here. So I really have to add a lot of stuff. Okay, as you can see, I need to do character setup, I need to do animations, AI, voiceover, soundtrack, user interface. Like literally, it's still in pre-production. It's not exactly prototyping, it's still pre-production. I need to add a lot of features here. As you can see, I've created a lot of work here in Trello. I may do this public sometime, but not right now. So also, guys, I'm thinking of a Kickstarter. So if I start it, I'll announce it on YouTube here. I'll also announce it on Twitter. So just make sure you guys do support me if you really want to see this game. And that's all, guys. Thanks for watching. And I'll try to upload more now. Okay. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.